Anna says, is it possible to be exclusive and committed at the same time? Well, if you're committed, you're exclusive. Unless, I mean, there are like poly relationships and stuff like that out there. We don't work with that stuff here, right? If you want to learn about that stuff, go talk to some poly people or whatever. We're talking about monogamous, committed relationships, one man, one woman. And so the answer is that what exclusive means at the bare minimum, right? The bare minimum of exclusivity means that you're not sleeping, you're not having sex, you're not hooking up with somebody else. That is what exclusivity means. And some women are like, well, that's what men want it to mean. No. That's what it generally means, right? It means you guys are exclusive, right? There's nobody else there. But if you haven't clarified it, you can only assume that it means from a physical intimacy standpoint. You can't assume that it means that he's not dating other people and stuff. It could mean that he's not dating other people. It could mean that he just wants to be with you and only you. But you can't assume that, right? It could mean that he's committed. But you can't assume that until you have an agreement. That's the important thing here. That's what we're talking about. Exclusivity doesn't have to come before commitment. A guy can show up to you next week and say, hey, you want to get married? And you guys have known each other for a week and you get married. I was actually just talking to a friend of mine today, as a matter of fact, who's been married to his wife I think it's been about 9 or 10 years now. It's either 9 or 10. And he met her and they ended up, he proposed to her within a week and a half of meeting her, right? And they're happy together. I mean, they're both a little crazy, but they're happy together, right? I mean, who gets married after a week and a half of knowing somebody? But, absolutely, you don't need exclusivity before commitment. You don't need exclusivity at all, right? It's a trap. It's a trap. Don't do the exclusivity trap is my suggestion. You can do it. It's better than nothing, but it's not commitment. And you don't need to do it at all if you want a committed relationship.